Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mehek. I hope you guys are all fine, and like always, I also hope that you guys are reading. Back with the book of the week that I finished. It's a classic self-help book, and I'm sure most of you would have heard about it. It's Attitude is Everything. It's by Jeff Keller. It's got a bright red cover, and this book, I think what I really like about the book is that it is short, it is simple, and yet it is extremely powerful and motivating. When I say short, it's literally just 130 pages. So if you are new at reading, I think, and if you're interested in self-help book, this is the one for you. Let's talk about what the book is. Um, Attitude is Everything is not a book which is story driven. In fact, it is a practical guide where the author, Jeff Keller, has basically spoken about his journey where he went on from being a successful but unhappy lawyer to becoming a motivational speaker. And everything in his life, starts to change for better when he realizes that the problem is his attitude. So once he fixes that, everything is going to fall in place eventually. So this is what is the premises of the book. Now the book is broken down into broadly three chapters. The first one is that success first begins with your thoughts, with your mind. So this is where he talks about visualization, about having a lot of powerful thoughts, and making sure that you're having a lot of positive thinking. Like you must have heard about vision board and visualizing what your success looks like, and basically seeing problems as opportunities. So he has given example of Celine Dion, that in one of the interviews, how she shares of her experience that when she was not a famous singer, how she used to picturize herself singing in front of a huge crowd. I think similarly, Diljit Dosanjh, if you go and read or hear his interviews, he's spoken about how sometimes in the green room he used to stand in front of the mirror and talk as if he's talking to thousands and lakhs of people, and that's what eventually happened for him. So that's the importance of having really powerful thoughts, because if you do not believe in it, you probably cannot make it happen. The second most important thing that he spoke about is about words. It's so much about thoughtful words. Words have so much power. So he says that watch your words, make sure that you're using positive words. He's saying that words have a power to really influence our mindset. He's given various examples, that I could relate personally. So he says that, when you say things like, for example, I'm not good in maths, or people say that I'm not good in art, I'm not good in this. What happens is the more you keep repeating these things to yourself, your mind, your body, and, every cell start reacting it the same way when it is exposed to that thing. So, for example, I grew up repeating this to myself: I hate maths, I hate maths, I don't like maths, I don't like numbers. Until date, when I'm exposed to numbers or a budget sheet and things like that, it's like a switch just turns off in my mind, which is actually probably not because of what is in front of me, but all the talking and biases that is there in my head. So he says that watch out for your words, because they are very important. The next thing, which is ultimately the most important thing, is that he says that while it starts with positive thoughts and positive words, but nothing is actually useful until and unless you put it into action. So action is very important. What are you doing? Are you learning from your failures? Are you learning something new? And are you really going out there no matter what? Are you commitment? So while having a positive thinking and positive words is great, but it ultimately boils down to what you're doing in action and who are the people that you're surrounding yourself with. So this is what is the plot of the story, or how the author has kind of bifurcated it. I think the good thing about the book is that it is simple, it is easy to read, it's not filled with jargons or anything. There are a lot of practical tips, so on networking, visualizing, and positive self-talk. So quite handful. Another thing that I really liked about the book is that it has a lot of real life examples. So from Michael Jordan to Jim Carrey to the author himself, Jeff, he's spoken about his journey. So there's kind of authenticity to it, which I think makes this book even more relatable. Now this book was written, I think, really long, 1999, but I feel some of the advices that he gives is still relevant today. What I didn't like about the book is that the sometimes the messages, I think he just wanted to stress. So the messaging of attitude is everything kind of seems repetitive. For those of you who like heavy theory or things backed by science and complex analysis, you probably wouldn't like this book because there's no mention of any scientific research backing his theory. And sometimes I feel like life is too complex and problems are too complex to just cater it with positive thinking. Of course, it's ultimately about shifting your perspective. But yeah, it's always not that easy. So yeah, overall, but I think it's a great book. I think few lessons really stand out is that your attitude makes all the difference, and ultimately it is your choice. So he gives a beautiful analogy, which is always going to stay with me, is that your attitude is your window to the world. He says that we start off young. When we are young, when we are a kid, our window is clean. He gives the example of young kids, how they laugh, they want to try new things, they're curious. Even when they fall, they get up, they cry, they shrug, and they move on. But when we start growing, this window starts becoming dirty with our own self doubts, negativity, criticism, biases, etc. And soon we can't seem to see things clearly. And that is what I think he ultimately teaches in this book, that how to clear your window. And I think that analogy is beautiful about attitude. So I'll always remember that. And of course, the lesson on that commitment beats talent. Very powerful words. Commitment beats talent. It's about no matter how hard your goal is, you keep going at it every single day. And of course, that your words are so important, and ultimately it's your action. So I think overall, I would say that this book is simple, satisfying, and extremely motivational, I would say. This book won't change your life, but I think it will definitely help you in changing your perspectives. So yeah, that's all on this wonderful, powerful. You have that saying in Hindi, "Chota packet, bada dhamaka." I think that suits for this book. I think it's a perfect for even gifting someone. If you're someone, like I said, who's new to reading, new to self-help books, I think this is a perfect read. If you're someone who is going through a phase where you're feeling very negative, pick this up. If you're someone who is starting something new, I think again you're going to really enjoy this book. So yeah, that's all on from my side on this wonderful book. Let me know in the comments if you've read it, if you enjoyed, and I hope you like the book review. I'm going to see you next week with another title. I'm really excited because October is starting. This is a time when I pick up cozy, autumn inspired, Halloween inspired witchy reads. So let's see the books that I'm going to be reading in this month. Take care. Bye bye.